Hello, my name is Dan Carpenter, and I watch Hello Okanagan from the Modest Butcher Kitchen and Market.
Check out our brand new selection of merch. We've got Hello Okanagan hoodies and sweatshirts available on our website now.
Hey everyone, guess what? We're playing with toys. How you doing, my friend?
Good to be back. We're here at Lester's Hobbies. Stay tuned for this episode, guys.
Hello Okanagan, welcome to another episode. David and I, we're geeking out again. We're here at Lester's Hobbies. We're gonna play with trains, planes, automobiles, a little bit of everything. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good, thanks for inviting us to your shop.
Good.
I wanted to ask you now, when did you get the bug? When did you start playing with these toys?
When I was about 12 or 13 years old.
And where was this?
In the cusp.
The cusp?
Yeah.
So how did that happen? You had a cousin that had one that you were playing with? Or?
I had a friend that had one. We started playing with it and never looked back.
How fast did they go back then?
Probably about 25 miles an hour.
Were they actual RCs or were they wired back then?
Actual RCs.
Oh wow. The question I wanted to ask you, because we're an Okanagan show, is there a lot of RC clubs, I guess, would you call them, or groups
There is.
that get together?
There's the Vernon RC Off-Roaders for cars.
Uh-huh.
St. Anne's RC Air Force for airplanes, and the Vernon Radio Control Society is another club in the area too.
And do you know if there's like competitions with RCs or anything like that here in the Okanagan?
There is some.
You know, these contests, was it the fastest? Was it slalom courses? What did they do for contests?
Basically it's the fastest, but you have a course that's fairly complex. And if you want to take a look at the track, you can go to Vernon RC Off-Roader Society on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll see some of the racing and stuff we did last summer.
What is the most popular vehicle? Is it a plane? Is it a train, a tabletop train set? Is it a 4x4 vehicle or a Lamborghini, like exotic car? Like what are they? The most popular ones?
The Slash 4x4.
Slash 4x4.
The VXL version that goes fast.
Because you can get around anything.
And is that what we're gonna race today?
We're racing the two-wheel drive versions.
Two-wheel drive versions of
And the four-wheel drive brushed. Because the brushless version's twice as fast as the brushed.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, let's go over to the back and take a look at some RCs.
Well, before we get outside to play around with some of these, I personally need to know how they work to begin with. So why don't you explain to us batteries, like the mechanics of it and everything. How does it work exactly?
Okay, when you're starting them, electric one, you have to turn the transmitter on first.
So that's why they're called RCs, by the way.
Yeah.
Radio controlled vehicle, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Take the top off. We've already had the battery charged.
How long does it take to charge a battery, and then how long does that last?
Battery takes from 1 hour to 5 hours to charge, depending on your quality of your charger, and it lasts from 15 minutes to 25 minutes, depending on how fast you're driving.
Okay, so when you're out there, you probably want to bring like multiple batteries to constantly be switching them out. Okay.
There's nitro and there's battery. We know what a battery operated is. How do you work a nitro vehicle?
Nitro, if you want to take a look at one, just roll that one down here.
Oh my God, look at that bad boy.
It's a piston style engine instead of
Holy
electric
cow.
motor.
So,
And you can see the fuel here like this. So it's this is an 8 scale, this is a 10 scale. And nitro's usually 8 scale or bigger. You hardly ever see them in 10 scale anymore.
so with that size of a tank, how long would this one run for?
This one here, that tank, probably about 15 minutes.
Oh, same
Again,
thing,
if
pretty close.
you're
Okay.
running it fast, you get less gas mileage.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Like going to Kelowna at 100 miles an hour takes twice as much gas. as
Of
doing
course, of
50.
course.
Same thing applies to these, and this is your gas here. The battery's your gas and the electric one.
Okay. So what else do we have to do with the battery then? You gotta just connect it, obviously.
Connected, and then you just turn it on here, and got power.
Is it front wheel drive, 4-wheel drive?
This one's a 4-wheel drive, the other one's a 2-wheel drive. So when you see it running like this, and then you got reverse too. So pause it here. You put it into race mode. If you put it into race mode, you have no reverse. If you put it into sport mode, you have reverse and forward. So he put this one into race mode. Put this back on.
And then take them outside and have some fun.
Watch out!
Did you guys see the orange vehicle? That was David. He's going through ramps, through boxes. He's just crushing it. Hey everyone, it's prize time. We're giving away an RC vehicle, one of the bad boys that we were just playing with. David, how do they win?
I want to win.
No, dude, we can't. Tell our friends out there how they can win this.
Well guys, this is a Slash 2-wheel drive that we were just talking about in the episode, valued at over $300. Make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram because that's where we do our contests every week a few days after the episode is posted.
And if you're not following us, you can't win.
All right guys, it's time to fly over to Elizabeth Flowers for our
Okanagan update.
Hello Okanagan, I'm Elizabeth Flowers, your Okanagan Update correspondent. Kelowna Home Show is going virtual. Plan your next big home project from the comfort of your couch. The Kelowna Digital Home Show is your chance to move from daydreaming to reality. Connect with award-winning local companies without ever leaving your home. Tickets for this event are only $10 and 100% of the proceeds go to Habitat for Humanity Okanagan. This online event takes place on January 30th. Kelowna E-Ride has officially opened up a new location at Big White Ski Resort. Visitors can now rent fat bikes from Alpine E-Ride Bike Shop located near the gondola at Happy Valley Adventure Park. Explore Big White's Nordic trails. Spending time outdoors and away from screens is associated with higher levels of happiness during these COVID-19 restrictions. This is a great opportunity for you to do just that. Get out of your home, enjoy the outdoors, and explore with your core bubble or just simply on your own. And even though we're still in winter months, we still have winter markets that we can attend to. Visit vernonfarmersmarket.ca for more information on the Vernon location and KelownaFarmersandCraftersMarket.com to check out when our Kelowna markets are taking place. If you have a business that you'd like us to visit, or perhaps you have an event that you'd like us to mention, be sure to send us an email to the email below. That's all for this week's Okanagan Update, and now we'll go back to the episode.
happens
Solid
when
ice.
This is what happens when you let David drive your RC car.
Hey everyone, we're here with Mark from the local RC club, and when we took off the lid here, check this out, there's tons of snow. It's slowly melting because it's a nice day today, but this is not supposed to be, I mean, you learn this when you're a kid, don't mix water and electricity. So what do we need to do? What's the next step here?
Yeah, first I would go to the beer store and get a 6-pack because that's about how long it's going to take. But the cars, they used to be not shielded, so it would be a hazard mixing the water and the electricity. These days, these cars, right out of the box, are pretty much water resistant. You can run it on a beach, you can run it through puddles, let the mud fly.
But how do you blow all this off? What do you
Air
normally do?
compressors,
You just
normally
get an
what
air
we use,
compressor?
yeah.
But with the power from an air compressor, you're not knocking anything off, or?
No, all these boxes are sealed with rubber gaskets and stuff, so all the electronics are hidden and sealed away and protected, so
Awesome.
you can keep running in all the elements all year round, which is nice.
It's amazing. It's amazing how far the technology's come since Peter was a kid, when they didn't even have electricity.
It really has, and the signals, I mean, you can run the truck until it's almost out of sight, whereas before you'd have to keep it within your radius or it would take off on you.
Well, this was a blast. Now we're gonna go check out an airplane.
Well, here at Lester's, it's not just RC cars, it is also airplanes. So we're here with Rory. Thank you for joining us today, Rory. And he is the pilot and captain of this beautiful, beautiful plane here that's done some phenomenal tricks and flying for us.
I can fly without the remote control. Quick question I wanted to ask you. I know with drones you need a pilot's license, a drone license. Do you need one to fly these things around?
You should have insurance, yes.
Just insurance. That makes sense.
MAC.
And now your club, when you guys get together, is what kind of vehicles, what kind of planes are there? That's
There's
mostly go
little
flying?
ones like this, there's
Okay.
even smaller ones like that,
Wow.
and there's big ones like 10-footers.
And what do they cost, like the bigger ones?
$5,000, $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dave and I were just playing with 4x4 vehicles and stuff that had great traction, but we were smashing them around. They can take a beating. When you've got something a few hundred feet in the air and it crash lands, it's a pretty penny to fix it up again. So you probably have a lot more repair work on something like this as opposed to a vehicle.
If you can repair it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's usually just a ball of mush.
But basically, I'm sure you have a ton of parts and you just use spare parts over and over and over.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, this one, I'm amazed it flew without that little landing wheel there, but definitely very excited to see it in the air. What is the biggest RC plane that you've actually flown?
10-foot,
10 foot, eh?
10-foot wingspan, yeah. Yeah.
And you said at one moment in time there were a lot of these in the Okanagan, but now there's few and far between, right? They've all been crashed.
They've all
and-
been crashed and buried, yeah.
Yeah, buried in the ground, right? No, amazing. Well, definitely wouldn't want to be flying one myself. The cars are another thing because they can take a beating, but I don't want to take a crack at this. I'm a little scared to do that. So
Thank you very much. And we can find you guys all over social media. I'm assuming Facebook. There's all these Facebook pages and everything.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you, Rory.
Where can you find Hello Okanagan?
On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Hello Okanagan. Where else can they find us, Peter?
Just type in castanet.net anywhere in the world and search Hello Okanagan. Plus, if you live in the Okanagan, on Shaw TV.
Now, back to the planes, trains, and automobiles.
So we just finished playing with cars, but David and I are kind of amateurs and we kind of wrecked them. So we got to fix one of the tires. How do we fix tires, Lester?
Well, the tires come off with this bolt right here.
And that's a universal wrench you're using for RCs?
The Universal for Traxxas.
Okay.
Some of the other brand names are all slightly different sizes.
They make their own. Okay.
Yes. The tire just comes off like that.
Yeah.
And you have to fix a new tire.
Yep.
Get rid of some junk. You have to make sure you line it up on this hex here, eh? It has to be set properly on the hex. So when it's set properly, you'll see the thing come out the back end. And if you want to change tires because it's muddy or racing, you can do that. Because sometimes when the track is muddy, they put different tires on. So these are the stock tires. You can get fancier tires like these. Or winter tires like this, with the paddles on. Lots of selection of tires to choose from.
So besides tires, what is the other pieces of the vehicle that most people would change often?
These pieces right in
Or
here.
repair, I guess.
Yeah, this piece right in here, if you can get in there.
What's it called?
This is one of the axle carriers, and this is the A-arm right here, and this is your axle right in here. And these pieces here are usually what breaks. And there's bearings in behind here too.
So just to reiterate, we didn't break them, we just got them really wet and dirty, so we had to clean them out.
And if you get them dusty in the summertime, you have to do the same procedure, but instead of getting rid of water, you're getting rid of dust.
So now you're probably asking, how can I get my hands on one of these? Well, you probably have a local hobby shop. If you're in the North Okanagan, Lesser's is the place to be. But I've got a little guy that really loves RCs. If you want to recommend to somebody how to get their kids, or themselves if they're adults like us that want to get back into it, what type of vehicle would you recommend?
You could go either way, two-wheel drive slash or two-wheel drive rustler. You can do either one, and they're a good starter. And these also have a training mode where you can reduce it to half speed. This one goes 30 miles an hour, and if we put the training mode on, it goes down to 15 miles an hour, so the younger people can learn.
Okay, well, we had an absolute blast today, Lester, so thank you so much to you and your whole crew today for letting us take these for a spin. Don't forget about our contest over there where you guys can actually win a two-wheel drive slash there that we were just riding around with.
Thank you so much, Lester, for this. And you guys watching at home, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're giving away this puppy. Take care.
Thank you guys so much for watching the show. Hopefully you've subscribed by now, and also please leave a like on this video. It really helps us out with ratings so that we can obviously give you more episodes and more amazing content.
Did you tell them to subscribe?
Oh, you can do that right now, Peter.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. It also helps us out, guys. Thank you.